Human attraction is rarely a choice. It is a biological imperative masked by social performance. We spend our lives decoding words, yet words are the least reliable source of truth. The mind is a master of deception, built to protect the ego from the fatal sting of rejection. When someone is truly attracted to you, their higher brain functions attempt to suppress the signal, but their autonomous nervous system betrays them. Tonight, we bypass the facade. We examine the involuntary mechanics of desire, the micro-movements, the spatial geometry, and the subconscious cues that form an undeniable pattern. This is not about guessing. It is about reading the blueprint of the human machine. If you are tired of the uncertainty, it is time to look at what is actually happening behind the eyes of those you desire. The most dangerous mistake you can make is isolating a single behavior. A smile is not a declaration of love. A glance is not a commitment. Amateurs look for a single piece of evidence to confirm their bias. Experts look for clusters. Attraction is a symphony of signals that must play in unison. If you see one sign, you have a coincidence. If you see 3, you have a pattern. If you see 5, you have a psychological certainty. We are moving past the myth of the isolated signal. We are training your mind to synthesize a web of data points. By the end of this analysis, you will understand that human attraction is a measurable, predictable, and observable phenomenon that operates on the bedrock of instinct rather than the shifting sands of modern etiquette. Let us begin with the gateway of the soul, the ocular pathway. When a person is captivated, they engage in the triangle gaze, moving their focus from your left eye to your right, then down to your mouth. This is a predatory, yet romantic, mapping of your features. More importantly, observe the blink rate. Under stress or high arousal, the brain experiences a dopamine spike that alters motor control. If their eyes are locked on yours and the blink rate slows, you are witnessing a moment of intense cognitive absorption. They are not just looking at you, they are processing your existence as a primary stimulus, filtering out the background noise of the entire room to focus exclusively on the variables you provide. The feet never lie because they are the furthest part of the body from the brain's social sensor. In any group setting, observe the direction of the feet. If a person is talking to a crowd but their feet are pointed toward you, their subconscious is anchored to you. The torso follows the feet. This is a manifestation of alignment, a primitive desire to orient oneself toward the object of value. Even if they are physically turned away, if those feet remain fixed on your position, they are mentally tethered to you. It is a form of spatial loyalty that overrides their conscious attempt to appear indifferent or engaged with others in the immediate vicinity. Mirroring is the ultimate testament to empathy and attraction. It is the human equivalent of a dance. When someone is deeply attuned to you, they will unconsciously mimic your posture, your gestures, and even your breathing patterns. If you lean in, they lean in. If you cross your arms, they do the same. This is not imitation, it is synchronization. By mirroring you, they are signaling to their own brain and to yours that you are a safe, compatible entity. It is an evolutionary mechanism designed to build rapport rapidly. When you see this, you are seeing the internal wall of separation between two individuals beginning to dissolve through the power of subconscious alignment. Physical touch is the final frontier of the social barrier. When a person seeks to test the waters, they utilize the accidental touch, a light brush against the arm during a laugh, a hand on the shoulder that lingers a second too long, or the adjustment of a collar. These are not mistakes, they are calculated probes. They are testing your receptivity, measuring how much space you allow them to occupy. If you do not pull away, the door remains open. If you reciprocate, you have entered a feedback loop of increasing physical intimacy. It is a high-stakes game of inches where every touch is a probe into the viability of a closer connection. Watch the micro-adjustments. The moment you enter a room, does their posture shift? Do they immediately smooth their hair, adjust their clothing, or straighten their spine? This is the biological equivalent of a peacock spreading its feathers. It is an involuntary grooming response triggered by the sudden influx of an attractive stimulus. The brain shifts into a state of high alert self-presentation. They are attempting to optimize their appearance in real time, often without even realizing they are doing it. It is a vanity born of genuine interest, a silent confession that they care about how they are perceived by you specifically. The most overlooked indicator of interest is the capacity for information retention. If someone remembers a trivial detail you mentioned weeks ago, the name of your childhood pet, your preference for a specific type of coffee, a passing comment about a book, they are not just listening, they are indexing your life. This level of attention requires energy and intent. People do not store data they do not value. When they bring these details up in conversation, they are signaling that you have been prioritized in their mental landscape. You are not just another person, you are a subject of intense, ongoing study. Sound is a primal signal of arousal. Listen to the pitch. When a man is attracted, he often drops his voice to a lower, more resonant frequency, a display of masculinity and authority. When a woman is attracted, her voice often takes on a melodic, higher-pitched or sing-song quality. These modulations are not conscious. They are echoes of ancient mating calls designed to signal health and vitality. When the pitch of their voice changes specifically when they are addressing you compared to how they speak to others, you are hearing the biological shift from social interaction to courtship mode. Laughter is the ultimate social lubricant, but it is also a tool of validation. When someone is attracted to you, they will laugh at things that are objectively not funny. This is not about your humor, it is about their desire to please you and maintain the connection. They are signaling that they are on your wavelength, that they are receptive to your presence. If you find someone laughing at your jokes more frequently than others do, or if their laughter seems slightly more intense, they are actively working to build a positive emotional association with you. Superficial people engage in small talk. Those who are interested engage in interrogation. They will ask open-ended questions designed to extract your values, your dreams, and your fears. They want to know the architecture of your mind. If the conversation moves quickly from the weather to your life philosophy, they are vetting you as a potential long-term partner. They are looking for points of intersection where your lives might align. If you feel like a conversation is an interview where you are the subject of intense curiosity, you are being evaluated for more than just casual company. In the digital age, speed is the new currency of interest. A person who is interested does not play games with response times. If they are busy, they offer an explanation. If they are free, they respond with urgency. They prioritize you in their schedule because they want to keep the momentum going. Delaying responses is a tactic used to maintain power, but genuine interest is characterized by a desire to remove obstacles to communication. If their digital behavior is consistent and responsive, it is a clear indicator that you are a high-priority contact in their daily life. Consider the unsolicited contact. Why would someone send you a meme, a song, or a random thought in the middle of the day? It is because something in their environment triggered a memory of you. You are present in their subconscious throughout the day, and they are looking for excuses to bridge the gap between their reality and yours. These small, low-stakes interactions are the mortar that holds the foundation of a relationship together. They are not asking for anything, they are simply confirming their existence in your mind. Social media is the modern surveillance state of dating. If they are interacting with your old posts, viewing your stories within minutes of posting, or keeping up with your digital footprint, they are in a state of active monitoring. They are studying your past to understand your present. It is a form of digital stalking that, when done in the context of mutual interest, is a clear sign of preoccupation. They want to know your routine, your friends, and your interests. You are the protagonist in their digital feed. Friends are the mirrors of our secrets. If you want to know how someone feels, watch their social circle. When you approach, do their friends exchange glances? Do they pull away to create space? Or do they make jokes that feel like inside information? Their friends already know the truth. The social circle acts as a guardrail, either facilitating the connection or subtly signaling that the person is taken. If you notice a shift in the group dynamics when you arrive, a change in tone or an intentional opening of space, you are witnessing the consensus of their inner circle. The isolation effect is the ability to create a vacuum in a crowded room. Even in a chaotic environment, if someone is truly interested, they will focus their energy entirely on you, creating an invisible bubble that excludes everyone else. Their posture, their gaze, and their volume will adjust to create an intimate space. When you are with them, the rest of the world fades into a blur. This is a deliberate act of prioritization. They are demonstrating that regardless of the stimuli surrounding them, you are the only variable that matters. A subtle, healthy dose of possessiveness is an evolutionary indicator of value. When someone else attempts to intervene or flirt with you, watch your target. Do they move closer? Do they tighten their posture? Do they increase the physical contact? This is a defensive maneuver. They are marking their territory and demonstrating their presence. It is not about controlling you, it is about asserting their connection to you in the face of competition. It is a primitive signal that they value the bond you have and are prepared to defend its exclusivity. Proximity is the ultimate test of comfort. The personal zone is generally recognized as 45 centimeters. If someone moves into this zone and stays there, they are signaling high levels of trust and attraction. If you move into their space and they do not retreat, they are inviting you to stay. This is the spatial language of desire. It is a simple, non-verbal negotiation. If they consistently close the distance, they are telling you that they feel secure and stimulated by your presence. It is a physical manifestation of the psychological pull they feel toward you. The most important filter is consistency. Many people mistake the chaos of mixed signals for the heat of passion. It is not. True interest is consistent. It does not fluctuate based on mood or external validation. If someone is interested, their behavior will be a steady climb toward intimacy, not a series of peaks and valleys that leave you anxious and confused. Do not fall for the trap of the chase. If the signal is inconsistent, the interest is superficial. Seek the partner whose actions are as reliable as the laws of physics, for that is where the foundation of a lasting power dynamic is built. You now possess the map to the hidden landscape of human desire. You know how to read the eyes, the feet, the voice, and the digital signals, but knowledge without action is merely observation. When you identify these patterns, you have the advantage. You can choose to reciprocate, to escalate, or to step back. Remember that human attraction is a dance, and now you know the steps. Use this insight with precision, maintain your composure, and never forget that in the game of power and connection, the one who observes the most wins the most. Proceed with clarity. The next move is yours.